Let the record show my coat is a masterpiece of density. Plush, practical, and effortlessly elegant. It is the very definition of low maintenance.
Effortless, Benji, darling. Your coat is economical. Mine is a glorious, flowing river of fur. A magnificent mane that tells tales of my seafaring ancestors. It requires dedication, artistry, a team.
Lavia finds it charmingly high maintenance.
It says it has character, unlike some people's sensible sweaters.
It requires a grounds crew. I merely require an occasional light dusting.
A dusting. You make it sound so trivial. That's the problem right there. Listeners, welcome to LunaCoony, and today we're settling the great debate: British Shorthair versus Maine Coon, the ultimate grooming showdown.
The outcome is obvious, but please proceed.
Let's start with the very foundation of our magnificence, our coats. Mine, as everyone with eyes can see, is a luxurious triple coat.
Excessive. Mine is a double coat. It's efficient.
It's not excessive, it's functional. It's designed for survival. There's a dense, soft undercoat for warmth, then long, glossy guard hairs to repel water and snow, and another layer on top for ultimate protection. It's a technical garment, Benji.
My double coat is perfectly sufficient for surviving a trek from the sofa to the food bowl. It's thick, crisp, and provides all the insulation I require. Crucially, no tangles ever.
Oh, the luxury. My glorious mane means we must discuss the tools.
I imagine it's an extensive collection. Rakes, shears, a leaf blower.
It's an arsenal, Benji. First, the wide-toothed metal comb. That's for the initial survey of the landscape. Then the slicker brush for the delicate undercoat. And for emergencies only, the dreaded dematting tool.
An emergency.
It's a process, a ritual. It happens at least 3, sometimes 4 times a week. We need good lighting, a calm atmosphere, and a ready supply of treats.
I see our human approach with a soft bristled brush perhaps once a week. It's pleasant, a light buffing to maintain the texture. Over-grooming can damage the undercoat.
A buffing, right. Well, all that fur has to go somewhere, which brings us to shedding season. My human calls it the fur-pocalypse. I shed magnificently in the spring and fall, preparing for the changing seasons.
I also shed, subtly. Twice a year, a gentlemanly release of the undercoat. It is not a household weather event.
It's not a weather event, it's a generous gift of fluff to every surface of the home. And here's a fun fact for you, Benji. Did you know that Maine Coons are often called the dogs of the cat world? It's not just for our charming personalities, but because our shedding pattern is more like a long-haired dog's than a typical cat's.
How common. I prefer to remain distinctly feline.
Well, with all this gifted fluff, sometimes a bath becomes necessary. My water-resistant fur means it's a huge production to actually get me wet, but a lot of us Maine Coons secretly love water. It's in our seafaring DNA, probably.
Bath. The word itself is offensive. My coat is practically self-cleaning. The natural oils do all the work. It is a sealed, perfect system.
Right, but it's not just about the big coat, is it? Grooming is a head-to-tail affair. My ears, for example, have these incredible tufts. Furnishings, they're called. They're very dashing, but they do need a gentle wipe now and then to keep debris out.
My ears are neat, tidy. A quick check for wax is all that's required.
And nails. I have these giant tufted paws, like built-in snowshoes. The human has to be extra careful trimming my nails to make sure they navigate the fluff to get to the claw.
Simple paws, simple trim. And here's a fact for you, Luna. My breed's charmingly round brachycephalic face means our humans must occasionally wipe our eyes. The small price to pay for this handsome visage.
That's fascinating. See, we all have our little quirks. My long muzzle means I don't have that issue, but I do occasionally get a bit of wet food caught in my glorious ruff. It's a trade-off for glamour.
I would never.
Speaking of glamour and sometimes the lack thereof, in the summer, some Maine Coon owners opt for something called the lion cut.
The lion cut? Explain.
Well, they shave the body for short, but leave the mane around the head, little booties on the paws, and a big poof on the end of the tail.
That's barbaric. It's an affront to nature. A cat's dignity is intrinsically linked to its coat. Its coat, Luna, must remain intact.
I know, I completely agree. And not only is it a shocking look, but it can actually damage the fur permanently. When it grows back, the texture can be all wrong, and it ruins their natural insulation.
Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. This is why professional guidance is sometimes necessary.
Exactly, which brings us to professional versus home grooming. A good groomer, one who understands our specific breed needs, is worth their weight in gold, especially when it comes to common mistakes our humans make.
Right, such as…
Oh, the biggest one for me is trying to cut mats out with scissors. Our skin is so thin, it's incredibly easy to cut us. That's a job for a professional with proper clippers.
A key mistake for my kind is using the wrong brush. Something too harsh, like a Furminator, can pull out the healthy guard hairs and ruin the crisp texture of the coat. It's a disaster.
Totally. And here's a fun fact related to that. You listening?
And, of course, true coat health starts from within. We haven't even touched upon the subject of diet.
I'm listening. Oh, an excellent point, Benji. A magnificent coat like mine doesn't just happen. It's built from the finest ingredients. High protein, omega fatty acids. I require a diet rich in fish oils to maintain my glorious sheen. Well, your fact about your coat texture is spot on. For show cats, the crisp feel of a British Shorthair's coat is a critical part of the breed standard. Using softening shampoos or conditioners is a huge no-no. It can get them disqualified.
Naturally, it's about preserving integrity.
Okay, I think it's time for our final takeaways for all the loving owners out there. Benji, give our British Shorthair fans 3 top tips.
Very well. 1. Consistency over intensity. A gentle brush with a soft bristle or rubber brush once a week is sufficient. 2. Check the eyes. Our charming flat faces need a daily gentle wipe with a soft damp cloth to prevent tear stains. And 3. Protect the plush. Do not overbathe. It strips the natural waterproofing oils from the coat.
Excellent practical advice. For my fellow magnificent Maine Coons, listen up. 1. Your new best friend is a high-quality stainless steel comb, often called a greyhound comb. Use it daily to get down to the skin and prevent mats before they start. 2. Make brushing a positive routine. Short, frequent sessions with lots of praise and treats are better than long, stressful battles. And 3. Don't forget the friction zones. Pay a special attention to the fur in their armpits, behind their ears, and on their belly. That's where mats love to form.
So, while my grooming regimen is clearly more efficient and dignified,
And mine is a spectacular celebration of glorious, time-consuming effort.
we can agree on one thing.
We can?
The time spent being groomed, whether it is 5 minutes or 50, is time spent with our humans.
Ah, Benji, you're right. It really is. It's not just about the fur, is it? It's about the connection, the trust, the purrs, the bonding.
Precisely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see a sunbeam that requires my immediate, low-maintenance attention.
And I need to go remind my human it's been at least 10 hours since my last adoration session. Brushing session. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time on LunaCoony.